What's up guys, it's Josh from KeepItTechie, and today I want to do a quick video showing you guys a data science tool called Anaconda. Now, as I stated in the intro of the video, I want to talk about an application called Anaconda, which contains a whole bunch of data science tools. And what made me do this video, I did a video a while back where I was talking about different Linux distributions that are used in scientific fields. Well, this is one of the applications I kind of talked about and highlight. And one thing about it, I didn't know much about the actual application when I seen it. So I didn't explain as much, but I've done a whole lot of research on it, and I wanted to show you guys this actual application and basically how to install it and get it set up on your Linux distribution. Now, for this demonstration, I'll be using Ubuntu, which is one of the most popular Linux distributions that are out. And I figured I would stick with that distribution because most people are using some Ubuntu or Debian based distribution. So let's go down and roll with that. I'm gonna bring up the website right fast so you guys can see a little bit of information about it. And I'll actually read through it and show you guys what Anaconda is all about, as well as how this application is used in the data science field. Now let's go down and pull up the website right fast so you guys can see a little bit about Anaconda, and then we can walk through the installation after that. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm at the Anaconda website and the address is anaconda.com, and let's go down and read a little bit about it right fast. But Anaconda, it says data science technology for human sense making. It says a movement that brings together millions of data science practitioners, data driven enterprises, and open source community. And then that's to get started. But one thing I wanted to show you guys was the actual use cases for Anaconda. And this will give you an idea of what Anaconda is being used for currently. So it says harness open source innovation with Anaconda to build custom models and applications that make your organization stand out from the rest. From neural networks to robotics, the sky's the limit. And this just breaks it all out for you. So I was going to read this part as well, but it says neural networks. With Anaconda's platform, you can build and deploy deep learning models that use neural networks. Anaconda easily integrates with tools like TensorFlow and Keras, so you can build and train neural network models, including convolutional neural networks and generative adversarial networks. And then also, as you can see, it says machine learning, so scale your machine learning pipeline computations horizontally and vertically on GPUs, easily store and process data beyond the RAM of a single machine, and reduce model training time by as much as 100x. And says parallelize algorithms and speed up iteration cycles during the development phase. And that's one thing about this actual application. This is tied to the way organizations are using the Scale Agile framework, which is what companies are using nowadays as creating and producing software. Now, the next thing it says is predictive analytics. In the past, only companies with big budgets could afford the proprietary software needed to leverage predictive analytics for enterprise decision making. With Anaconda and open source data science, more businesses have started taking a proactive approach to addressing problems in all areas of the company, whether it's predictive customer churn, consumer demand levels, stock prices, maintenance needs, or outage probability. We can help you get on your way to operating proactively. And then data visualization, this is used by the Python ecosystem of data visualization, and all that good stuff. And also it leverages the R programming language, or data science language, that's used to manage like statistical data or calculate statistical data. And then also down here it says bias mitigation. With Anaconda, you can leverage Python ecosystem of burgeoning open source tools and mitigating biases in models and data sets such as fair learn. Okay, cool. So that's all I wanted to kind of read for you guys, just so you guys can get an understanding. But you need to go to this website anyway to actually download the product. And so what we want to use is the individual edition. This is the open source distribution. The other ones actually cost money, and these are what professionals are actually using. But if you get the individual edition, you know, that'll allow you to learn the software that's included within the actual application, especially if you're looking at getting into the data science field. So anyway, let's go on and get to installing this thing on Ubuntu. And the first thing we need to do is actually click on individual, and then we can right click here, and this will give us the link that we need to actually download the actual package and install it on our Ubuntu system. And actually I forgot it's at the bottom, so we have to, you know, click on or right click on this and get this link. This is the link we actually need to install it. So let me bring up my virtual machine and we'll go to the terminal and get started with installing the actual application. Okay, cool. So I'm logged into my virtual machine. This is Ubuntu 20.04, and Ubuntu stands for XFCE desktop. It has the XFCE desktop on it on Ubuntu, so it's the XFCE version of Ubuntu. So it works just like any of the other Ubuntus that are out there. It has the same kernel, you know, all that good stuff, same repositories and all that good stuff. But we'll just be copying this link and installing the package directly from the command line. So when you right click on that link, it's actually a sh or a shell command or shell script that will run and install everything on your system. Now let's go on and type wget, and I zoomed in so you guys can see my desktop or the terminal a little better. But we're going to use wget dash lowercase c, and then we want to paste that link in there and go on and download the script. And then once it downloads, this will be a very simple install. The only thing, it may take a little time because of how many packages are being installed on the system. So I'll be back when this actually finishes downloading, and we'll go on and start with the installation. Okay, cool. So the shell script is downloaded and it's good to go. Now let's go on and install Anaconda right fast. And all we have to do is type bash, and then we want to specify that actual script and press enter, and that'll go through and run through the installation. Now it's a couple things you have to agree to the license. So you could just press enter and that'll agree to the licensing. Well, actually that'll open it up and you can go through down to the bottom of it, and at the end of it, and sorry, I was holding enter, that's why it has a whole bunch of them. You have to type in yes to agree. So you type in yes, and then one thing, it will ask you, where do you want Anaconda to be installed? So the location will be in your home directory. It'll create a folder called Anaconda 3, and you can just press enter and that'll confirm that location, or you can specify a different location by typing it in, but we want to use that, so it'll use the home directory to install. Now, like I stated, this may take a little time, so I'm gonna skip ahead so you guys don't have to wait for everything to finish. Okay, cool. So one question actually popped up, and this is basically asking you if you wish the installer to initialize Anaconda for you. And basically what you want to type is yes for that. That way it'll go through the initialization. And we are pretty much done. Anaconda is fully installed on your system, and now you can start using the actual applications that come with it. But the last thing we want to do is apply all the changes that were done to our bash.rc, because as you can see, the last step, it actually made some changes to our bash.rc file, and you want to just apply those changes to the shell. So we could type source, and then we want to apply the changes to our bash.rc. So I'm gonna use the tilde and then /, and then the bash.rc file is hidden, so it has a period in front of it, and then we can type bash.rc, press enter, and as you can see, it refreshed everything for our shell. Now let me go down and clear the screen right fast so we can open up Anaconda for the first time. Okay, and the main application that you want to open up is the Anaconda Navigator, and this will allow you to manage all the software from one location. Now let's type that in right fast so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And the command is Anaconda Navigator, and this will open up the Anaconda Navigator. And one thing, let's see, I typed that in wrong. And one thing about this application, or the way it's installed on Linux, you're not going to find it under the start menu. And so as you can see, it's not going to be there. Through this installation, it basically installs everything in the background, and you have to run these applications from the command line. I'm pretty sure in the future they may have it where when you install it, it'll create some icons within the start menu or something like that in order for you to open it up. But temporarily, for right now, you have to run everything from the command line, and it may be like that for the rest of the, and it may be like that. That may not be on their top priority of what they want to do, but it's very simple to run the command from here, or you can create some type of shortcut at some point. But I'm gonna just run it from the command line so you guys can see. But as you can see, it initializes and it opens it up, as well as load all our applications. Now let's go down and make this thing a little bigger so you guys can kind of see everything. And I'm not sure why this thing is tripping. There we go. All right, cool. Now with Anaconda, it actually comes with, you know, a whole bunch of applications already installed, and I believe it's like 250 applications. But just to give you a little navigational information, you know, obviously this is the home, and then you have the environments. So I'm not gonna go through this because I'm still learning this as well, but this is the root environment right here. You can create other environments, you can clone them, you can import, you know, remove an environment. And then under here is the learning, so they have some documentation on all the different applications that are installed, as well as, you know, information that can help you with understanding how to use these applications and start playing around in the data science field. They even have videos, you know, training, webinar, and that's one thing about the Navigator that's super cool. You know what I'm saying? It has everything you need in one location. You know what I'm saying? You can even install applications from here. Like some of these applications are not installed, but you can install them directly from here. Like for instance, PyCharm. Let's say you want PyCharm Professional on here, or Aura Studio. You can install Aura Studio from this location. And this makes everything simple in a graphical, you know, kind of user interface that will help you do everything you're trying to learn. And then also I wanted to click on this down here, but this is the community tab. So they talk about events, forum boards, and you can filter it. That's what these are, filters up here. So you can look at the events, or you can look at just the forums, you know, and all that good stuff, and filter everything out by clicking on it, and that'll remove it all. So as you can see, that's all the forums right there. And if we select social and remove forums, that's all the social stuff. Now cool. All right, cool. So one other thing I want to show you guys, let's go down and close it right fast, and quit Navigator. Yes. All right, cool. So it drops us back down to the terminal, and there's a command that's built into Anaconda, or is added from installing Anaconda. It's called Conda, and this will allow you to manage the applications that you have installed via Anaconda. So you can type Conda, And the first thing I want to do is type Conda info, and let's press enter on that, and this will give us all the information about the environment that we have set, or the application that we have installed. So Conda info, as you can see, active, environment base, and it's just basically everything that's tied to the actual application that's installed. So it says Conda version 4.9.2. This is where the configurations are stored, and that's a hidden configuration file under your home directory, and just some more information about the actual application. And oh, this ties to the repo right here. So this is the repo of Anaconda. So let's say we want to install Aura. So let's install Aura Essentials, which is the package name. So let's type it in right fast, but we can type Conda and install, and then the package name is Aura Essentials, and I hope I spelled that right. Yeah, and it looks like I did. Okay, so let's press enter, and that'll install the Aura Essentials using the Conda command. And so let's go on and just give this a few minutes. I might skip ahead if this takes a while, but this should install everything you need for Aura to start working with Aura. Okay, cool. So as you can see, I ran into a couple of errors when installing Aura Essentials. For some reason, it had a couple conflicts. I'm not sure why, it ran into those conflicts, but it's conflicting with Jupyter. So I'm not gonna go through and try to install it again. That actually took a long time to install, and that's why I had my lights off for a second, but I was waiting for this thing to actually finish. But let's go on and open up something right fast. I want to show you guys this. This is something that I kind of forgot to explain earlier when we had opened the Anaconda navigator. So let's open up the navigator one more time, and I just want to show you guys this right fast. So Anaconda dash navigator, and let's go down and run this. Boom. So we'll wait for this to open up right fast. And it was one other thing I wanted to show you guys. I kind of breezed over and skipped over it, but when it said environments, this is basically where all your packages are located, and you can filter this by what's installed and not installed and updatable, and you can show all as well. So right now this shows you all the packages that are installed, and basically they install. This is where they're talking about the 250 packages that are pre-installed within Anaconda. So these are all the applications that are installed by default. Now let me just do one thing, because I want to at least show you guys this thing installing something. Now as you can see, Jupyter Lab is already here, but I wanted to go down to Aura Studio and just install Aura Studio, because for some reason that Aura Essentials, it kind of failed. But I'm gonna try to run it here and see if it actually installs, and if it doesn't install, then I won't show that part of the video. But the whole purpose of me doing this video is to basically give you a brief introduction to Anaconda, and as well as the Conda commands that you can actually run to install packages, and it's another way to actually update things. You can run Conda update, and you can update a package from the command line, or you can do it from here as well. So, and it looks like this might take a long time, so I won't show you guys this portion of it, but that's basically all you have to do to install something. It'll go through, download it, and install the application within Anaconda and the environment of Anaconda, and you can open up Aura Studio and actually start working around with some statistical data within Aura Studio. So I thought that was super cool to actually show you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys got something out of it. Hopefully this gives you a solid introduction to actually using Anaconda if you're working or trying to get into the data science field. This is being heavily used out there in this field. And it was actually one other thing I wanted to show you guys on their website. So let me show you guys that right fast. I already have it open, but this is the Anaconda page again, but I want to show you guys under here the industries. And I should have read this a whole lot earlier, but you know, these are the different areas that this tool is being used. And as you can see, you know, financial services, manufacturing, energy, utilities, healthcare, retail. So data science is in all these different areas. And if you go down a little further, I wanted to show you guys this article right here. So it says 4 ways financial firms put machine learning to work. And one cool thing about this is they use it for fraud detection. That's one of the biggest things that they use with these types of tools. And just to kind of show you something up here, these tools are being used in a lot of different things. Like for instance, detect fraud, like we said, supplement traditional credit scoring. So they're using these tools to actually, you know, create your credit scoring, and as well as evaluate loan applications. So they make loan decisions based on machine learning and data analysis using, you know, tools that are included within Anaconda. And then it also says like predict customer churn, automate communication to serve customers more efficiently. So, and then also it says identify stock market trading patterns. So that's, you know, super dope. But please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to do some more videos on data science once I start getting a handle on using this application, because I have it installed on my main system. I'll start doing more videos where I cover this area and tie it into Linux, you know, of course, because this is originally a Linux channel and it will stay a Linux channel. I just like to explore other things that I don't see other Linux YouTubers actually talking about. But please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave comments down in the comment boxes below. And of course, keep it techie.